So anybody catching the replay, please comment so I know you caught the replay, and I will return the support. Okay, hopefully I'll get some awesome people to hang out. It's an open discussion, folks. The rules are same rules as usual, all right? Nothing bad and nothing disrespectful, okay? Besides that, just try to be nice and mention whatever you want to talk about, and I'll decide if it's good to go or what. It's 11:47 p.m. here in Missouri. All right, so in 16 accounts are playing this, or channels. Please hit the thumbs up, folks. It's kind and it's free. Say hello in the chat, introduce yourselves. Introduce yourselves. Open discussion, folks. Follow the rules. Okay, as long as it's nothing bad, as long as you're not being disrespectful, and as long as I approve of the topic, then we're good to go. All right, so in 17 accounts are playing this. All right, let's go, let's go. Say hello, folks. In the live streams, we usually have some really awesome discussions, folks. Entertaining, okay, learning things, joking, whatever. It's probably considered entertainment, or might be considered entertainment. I'm hoping to get some awesome people here. All right, let's go. My first goal for the number of likes is 5. All right. Lincoln Sangma, like, awesome, thank you. I'm seeing 3 over here. Let's get 2 more. Welcome in. How are you, Lincoln? How are you today? All right. Melvin Chinito Vlogs, what's up? Welcome in, welcome in. Good to have you here. Lincoln, I think I just connected to your channel recently, or rather my wife and I. Even if it was me who was doing it, I'll count that as us. We connected to your channel, I believe, recently, because this is our channel. Mine and my wife's channel, however I should say that. Shout out from the Philippines. Magandang umaga. Or umaga, however I should say that. All right. Shout out from the Philippines. Salamat po. Please stay active in the chat, folks. My wife and I are trying to get watch hours, so we are very thankful for all the support, everyone who's been watching our live streams. I call them our live streams, even if my wife's not here. Our channel, our live streams, our videos, it's all ours. They are all ours. Everyone who's been watching our live streams, our videos, okay, thank you so much. Some people have been playing our playlist, which is awesome. Thank you very much. Those are all things you can do that are kind and they're free, folks, and it really helps out our family and helps us move closer to achieving the dream of monetization. The first dream is 3,000 watch hours to get that level of monetization. Second dream is the 4,000 watch hours, the level of monetization. And we're gonna keep on pushing, we're gonna keep on grinding until we get there, folks. And with the help of awesome people showing support, we're moving towards it. We're moving towards showing 14 accounts, channels, whatever, are here. I don't want to say people because it could be 2 people on one account playing this right now. I'll say people. All right, 14 people here, but I see 4 likes. So let's get that up to 5 likes. That's my first goal, folks. And then I'll set a new goal after that. All right. Oak Boy, I drive a tractor to work. Okay. It's typical to say hello to the host and or the people here first, but that's okay. There's nothing bad about that comment. You drive a tractor to work. What made you say that? Oak Boy, are you the first person acting weird and / or horribly in the live stream? Are you the first one for this live stream? I just got off. Okay, all right. That was random. That was random. Do you use that as your form of transportation, or do you farm or something, or work on a farm? Okay, I work on a farm. All right, that's cool. All right, so maybe you were being normal. All right, normal as in rather not normal, but maybe you were being behaving well. I work on a farm. All right, that's cool. What kind of a farm do you work on, Oak Boy? I live in Texas. All right, very cool. Very cool. I've never been to Texas before. Never been there. Seems like it gets real hot down there. Certain times of the year. I don't think I would like the heat. Boom. 5 likes. First goal achieved. Let's go to 9 now. All right, let's get 9 likes, folks. If you haven't hit the like on the way in, it's a good habit, I think. As soon as you enter a live stream, well, I shouldn't say as soon as you enter a live stream. As soon as you enter a live stream and you want to show support, hit the like right away, okay? Then this way you get in the habit of doing it and you're less likely to forget to do it. It gets hot, but I have a swamp cooler. What is a swamp cooler? Captain, okay, I'm not going to read your name. I found it. You can either just double tap the screen. I believe that's one way of doing it. Or you could also, DDP, what's up? Welcome in. It has been a while. You could also, I think in the top right corner, there's 3 dots you could hit and do it that way. I'm seeing 8 likes. Whoever hit the like, thank you. You're awesome for doing that. What's up, DDP? How have you been? DDP wrote, good evening, been a while. I did the 3 dots. Okay, cool. Well, welcome in, Captain. Dr. Pepper is home-based out of Texas. Really? I may have never known that. And if I did, I think I forgot. What did we talk about? That's a great question. So it's an open discussion as long as it's nothing bad. And as long as people are respectful, we can discuss whoever and or whatever. And also, well, as long as I approve it, that's the other thing. Certain topics I stay away from at certain times or always, and throw something out there, and I'll let you know if it's good to go. What is bad? Bad is bad. I think most people know the difference between good and bad, or rather, a lot of people. I don't know if it's most people nowadays, but you'll find out. All right, definitely the first weirdo. I could use. I'm not gonna play that. Just gonna time them out. All right. I like the stream. Thank you, Oak Boy, for doing that. I appreciate that. Yeah, that person was just being weird, and maybe that's also considered disgusting. What is the best YouTube channel to watch when you are not streaming? The best YouTube channel to watch when anybody's not streaming is our channel, as in mine and my wife's channel. After that, I have a recommendation for you. And I really, really hope you folks listen to this, what I'm about to say, and I really hope you watch her channel. It is amazing. Good, I was concerned. What were you concerned about, Oak Boy? I might not understand I think I don't understand what you were talking about. Hopefully Diane Perosi will write the name of the channel that I highly recommend all of you check out. She gives straight up, irrefutable facts on her channel about current events, things going on in the world, powers that be, politics on occasion, but not so much like from a political, tribalistic, pick a side kind of way, but just very, very insightful, amazing. She used to give like fully, I think in her older videos, she used to fully reference things, or just like if she would say something, she would back it up with like sourcing it or whatever. I believe she did that, or I vaguely remember that she might have done that. She doesn't do it anymore, but I everything I've heard her say has been spot on. I don't have anything in mind that she has said that I ever disagreed with. What the person said you timed out. The one you made disappear. Shannon Cargo, what's up? What's up? I'm gonna get caught up in the chat in a moment. Oh, maybe you were concerned that they were gonna be however you might have been concerned with it. There would be whatever ways maybe you wouldn't like, and or that you might have been concerned for me, them being away in ways that I would not like. Maybe I'm not sure what you were concerned about. I watched traveling and camping and bus van conversions, things like those, where I learned about engines for those vehicles. Okay, all right. One of the awesome things about YouTube is there are so many different types of content for people out there. I feel like there's something for everybody, or almost everybody. Oh, but anyway, I caught 3 flatheads in a still last week and let them all go. Are flatheads, pardon my ignorance, I'm thinking maybe trout? Flathead? Steelhead is a type of trout, I believe. So I'm not sure what flatheads are. What about you guys? Like, what do we watch? Are you talking about the other people in the chat? Or are you asking me? I'm not sure. Or them and me. I have a coworker who lives in a van. Huh. Flatheads equal catfish. Okay, well, thank you for explaining that. Might have known that, and if I did, I forgot. Why'd you let them go instead of eating them? Flatheads are screws. I think flatheads are screwdrivers, actually. Oh, maybe there's maybe they're flathead screws as well. That would make sense. All right. I'm allergic to fish. Oh, that is rough. I am sorry to hear that. I am sorry to hear that. My wife, our 2 sons, and I love fish. My mom lives with us. She does. I would say does not really eat fish. Like, she'll eat like canned tuna maybe on occasion or something, and some stuff that I get her to eat or whatever. But she doesn't really eat fish. Hey, if you hit the like thank you. I sincerely appreciate it. And I frequently on my live stream speak on my wife's behalf and thank people on her behalf because I know she's very thankful for all the support we get. So a sincere thank you. And thank you all for being here as long as you're following the rules. Thank you for being here. And these live streams, they're, I would say almost always are always awesome. We have great conversations, like fun, entertaining, both. I mean, so hang out, folks. You might really like. My wife and I are connected to some really awesome people here on YouTube. One of them being Mike's Chaotic Gardening. What's up? I saw Mike there. What's up, Mike? Welcome in. DDP, another great guy. Mike and DDP are both awesome people. Really kind, very supportive people. And after this live stream, folks, don't leave this live stream. Please do me a favor. Don't leave the live stream. But after the live stream, go connect to their channels and let them know that Triple H, Holistic Heritage Homestead, sent you, and show them some love. Give them some support. Show them some support. However I should say that, whatever the correct way is. And they're really cool people. And if you have content on your channel, they're the type of people that might show support in return. So let's grow together. Funny because I do eat squid. I don't know. That is interesting that you eat squid but not fish. Oh, well, the fish I remember, part of my memory, was because of an allergy. So you're allergic to fish but not squid? Huh. DDP, I took a break from YouTube for a couple months. I was burnt out on everything. Lost my job because of my brain surgery. Oh, I remember now you had a surgery. I might not remember it was brain surgery. How are you doing? How are you healing? Are you healed completely? Sorry to hear that about losing your job, man. I'm happy you're here back on YouTube. Yuck, squid. Oh, squid is awesome. Calamari with some tomato sauce, fried calamari to be specific, with some tomato sauce. Excellent. Sauteed calamari, like without breading. Excellent, in my opinion. Semper Fi, Mike. Mike, were you a Marine? Because I believe that's a Marine motto or thing they say. You can get more views with disco lights. Interesting. Maybe interesting. I'm not sure if that word applies. I mean, there's a lot of things I could do. One of the people we're connected to here, his name is Devin. His channel is Glacier Shark. He's mentioned in the past about doing crazy things to catch attention and stuff, and I get it. And maybe I'll do that in the future, but I usually just like to be myself and just chill and focus on the conversation. But hey, that might work. I assume it probably would work. I would get more attention. But I also have like a certain amount of integrity, if that word might apply. And I don't like acting like a clown just to get support. So hopefully people like me for me. Howdy, Oak. Thank you, Mike, for saying hello to Oak. Say hello to each other. I served 2 tours in Afghanistan. I have some dark dreams sometimes. The farm keeps me busy. Sorry to hear about your dark dreams. My father was a Marine. Doing good now. Got into woodworking. That is very cool. And I've wanted to get into like doing craft kind of stuff with wood, like carving, shaping, making stuff. I'd really would love to do that. Actually, I'm going to screenshot this as a reminder. One of the things I love about live streams is however often, I'm reminded about things. People mention stuff and I'm like, ooh, I was supposed to do that, or I should research that, or whatever. I love that when that happens. Double Dog is what we call our Marine brothers. I think I knew that. But you had said Semper Fi to Mike, not DDP, so I was wondering why you said it to Mike. I know many service people who garden as therapy. Oakwood, I am a Marine and did 2 tours in Iraq. Oakboy wrote, bless you. I'm not sure what that was, who that was to, but I think it was sincere. So that was kind, whoever you meant that to. I think that was kind of you, Oakboy. Assuming it was sincere, and I think it was. Touching earth and using hands is healing. Folks, let me tell you something. Gardening is one of those I could really get. I am very passionate about what I'm about to say. Gardening is something everybody should do. It's a skill that everybody should have. And there are so many benefits. One of the benefits is the benefits for mental health. I posted a video about this. If you remember, or maybe make a note, don't leave the live stream, please. I want you folks here. My wife and I really want to get more watch hours. So please stay. After the video, I posted a video, after the live stream rather, I posted a video about the mental benefits of gardening. Check it out, you might like it. Gardening is very much therapeutic. I absolutely agree. 10 toes down as much as possible. Might not be sure what you mean there. Think of it this way also. Here's some benefits that people might not think about. Vitamin D is a hormone. It acts as a hormone in the body. It's not like just a vitamin. It is one of the most important things to consider as far as overall health. And dietary vitamin D is great, but the best way to get vitamin D is sun exposure. If you're gardening outdoors, you're getting sun exposure. So there's one benefit there. You're better off showing as much of your skin as possible. And here's a tip for you. Here's a little educational thing for you folks. Do not shower before you go into the sun because the natural oils on your body help your body to produce vitamin D for sun exposure. So there you go. There's an amazing tip. I could have just added years to your life, like not even sarcastically, by not showering when you go outside and get that sun exposure. Another thing is gardening, at whatever level you're doing it, there's a physical component, or there are physical components. So the walking, the lifting, the doing. I'm not saying everybody, if you're elderly, take it easy, but not everybody has to be super physical about it. And there's different ways of doing it. You could put systems in place or get certain equipment to make things easier, but it's still physical. You're still active. So it's healthy that way. If you garden barefoot, be careful. Obviously, don't get cut. Be, safety first, and make sure you're not going to be getting any worms or anything, hopefully, or any parasites or anything. But grounding there's the massive amount of irrefutable, solid science proving that grounding is beneficial. It's very real. It's beneficial. So if you're outside barefoot, getting that sun exposure, hopefully showing most of your body, because you need a certain amount of your body to be to get the vitamin D, or rather, the more you show, the more skin exposed, the more vitamin D produced. All beneficial. Also, fresh air. Okay, indoor air, like in our homes, in people's homes, is many times, I'm talking multiplying, folks, many times more toxic and polluted than outdoor air. There's another benefit. And those are just some physical benefits. Then you have all the psychological benefits. Gardening is amazing. Plus, you can produce food that is scientifically proven to be way more nutritious than most, or all, maybe, store-bought food. I would say, well, I've thought it through a little more. There could be some store-bought food that was homegrown if you have like a local market or a store that might sell things like that. Grown organically, grown naturally. Okay, that's the best. Those are the best ways. And so more nutritious food. Also, you could save a lot of money. Also, depending on how much you grow, you can make money. I mean, there's so many benefits to gardening. Everybody should garden. Marco, Viva Mexico. Marco, let me throw something out to you. YouTube etiquette. I'm fine with it. Or you didn't write anything bad. Folks, just like you walk into a room, I'm old school. Acknowledge people, say hello. What I recommend is say hello to the host or hostess, say hello to everyone, and then comment some stuff. It's kind of strange. It maybe comes off spammy when people just come out with stuff. Oakboy, moving on. Was cool sharing best wishes to your channel and those who participate. Thank you very much. Oakboy, did you connect to our channel? Did you subscribe? I hope you did. Vitamin D deficiency can mess you up. You're absolutely correct, sir. And most people are vitamin D deficient. Look at the statistics. They are alarming. Alarming. Vitamin D is great for preventing having the good levels of vitamin D, or optimal is even better, can help prevent type 2 diabetes, heart disease, cancer, okay? Many things, many things. It's one of the number one things I recommend to people. And I've studied this ad nauseum for many, many years. Health and wellness, diet, nutrition, supplementation, one of the number one things I recommend to people is get out and get that sun exposure, okay? I was just gonna say gardening saves money. Love putting food away for when it's not readily available. Absolutely, DDP. It does. You can save money. You can save a lot of money, thousands of dollars a year in a small operation, like a small scale home gardening. You can save thousands of dollars a year. And you hit another excellent point, putting food away for when it's not readily available. I absolutely agree. You know, that's a part of prepping, and getting into prepping. I want to throw something out to you folks. There was a time, I'll say somewhat recent, within the last few years or so, that money was tight. I think I might not have been working for the time that during the time that I'm talking about, or wasn't working for at least some of it. And my wife and I are very thankful that we stockpiled food. So when people think of prepping, sometimes they always think about SHT and SHT, if I could speak, SHTF scenarios. Yes, you should prepare for those scenarios. Absolutely. Prepare for the worst, hope for the best. Or even better than hoping, pray for the best outcome, for the best situations to happen. Pray, pray, pray. And then after that, hope. Okay? Or maybe the praying will cover the hope. But praying is the most important thing to do when it comes to the future. But prepare for SHTF, but also prepare for being injured. You and or a person or people in your family being injured. Temporary income loss. Temporary contraction of income, as in shrinkage of your income. Okay? We've been through it, and we've been through that our income being low for that period of time, or lower rather for that period of time, and having that food was really, really nice. Okay, the peace and the security that you can have by thinking about water security, taking care of, don't just think about it, do it. Taking care of water security, taking care of food security, it's priceless. Knowing that your family, and knowing that you are gonna be okay in at least some situations, is really, really nice. All right. Thank you to everybody who is here. Thank you so, so much. I don't recall what my last goal was. I think it was 5, then it might have been 9. I don't know if it was 10, but I'm seeing 9. So let's go for 10. Actually, no, let's go for 12. Let's go for 12 likes. SHTF doesn't always mean end of world situation. Loss of job or medical could be a personal SHTF. I absolutely agree. I absolutely agree. And I like the way you phrased that, DDP, and I might borrow those words, not because I'm trying to steal an idea from you or anything. I just think it was well said, was personal SHTF. People get injured, okay? What if you still have your job, you still have your income, but you get injured and you can't be as productive around the house? Okay, it would be nice to have certain things in place, certain preps, to make that easier to deal with, okay? So, I mean, prepping is a lifestyle, and everybody should prep. And most people are preppers. Like I've said this multiple times in different ways. Everybody's a prepper, whether they admit it or not. You wear a seatbelt, you're a prepper. You have an insurance policy, you're a prepper. You have a retirement account, you're a prepper. You have more than milk and bread in your home, you're a prepper, okay? Robert Palermo, what is your opinion on vegetarianism and or veganism? Okay, hello, Mr. Palermo, hello, first of all. It's horrible, and I'll get into that at least a little bit. See, that might be considered, Mr. Palermo, you had mentioned, like, I think you said something like, I don't like talking about any serious topics or something. That's not true. It's just certain ones at certain times I'll avoid, and certain ones I certainly think there might be certain ones I also just avoid altogether. But that is to some people, a controversial topic that could upset people. And right now, I'm willing to discuss that. I might not want to talk about it too much, but let me before I get into it, let me tell you a little bit about my expertise. Okay, I've always been involved in physical culture since I was a small child. I trained very, very hard in martial arts, countless hours or thousands of however long. Okay, I don't know if it's thousands of hours, but for many, many years, at times hours a day, 4 to 6 days a week, I taught martial arts. I was a personal trainer. Okay, I've trained with world class powerlifters. I have studied many hours about diet, nutrition, supplementation, wellness. So I am passionate about this stuff, and I do know a lot. Okay, I'd be lying if I said otherwise. I'm not being arrogant, but I know a lot. So I think I might be considered an expert. Okay, some people might have degrees in certain areas, whatever. The degree does not necessarily mean that a person is knowledgeable having the degree. There's many autodidacts like myself out there, people who are self-educated. And I've taken like a weightlifting class in college and different things and whatever. I started the BoxFit program with a friend of mine, and we developed a curriculum for that. So I've done a lot in the world of health and wellness, okay? And veganism and vegetarianism is absolutely horrible. Hold on, let me just make sure I don't fall behind too much. Gurpar Tap saying wrote Taylor Swift randomly. There might be another weird person and or a person acting horrible, behaving horribly. Exactly, a guy was caught tonight trying to steal copper from power lines. Could have took out power and dairy. So small things can happen. What do you mean by dairy? Like, do you mean the power going out so people like their milk going bad or something? But that's horrible that the person was doing that. And yes, small things can happen. They do happen. We've lost power in our house. I mean, thankfully, I think we got it back like within a few hours or so. But I've experienced things in life that make me very much a prepper, and the knowledge I have very much makes me a prepper. I will get back to your question, Mr. Palermo, and I wanted to, like any persuasive essay, even though it's not an essay, I wanted to explain a little bit about my expertise in the beginning. Bailey wrote, "Hi, hello, Bailey." Kripartarp Singh said, "Hi, hello." Autocorrect got me. A few days. Took out power and few days. I might not understand however much of what you wrote there, Mike. Brian Falcon Tovar. Hi, do you remember? Yes, I do. I remember your name, rather. I don't remember discussions with you, but I'll count that as remembering you. I remember your name. I don't remember any specific discussion or discussions with you. I don't remember if you were behaving how I'd like you to in the live stream or not. Hopefully you were, and hopefully you will. Welcoming everyone. Thank you, Mike, for welcoming everybody. Please leave thumbs up. Yes, thank you for writing that, Mike. Thank you for letting people know. That might be a reminder for a person or people. Hit the thumbs up. I'm seeing 10 likes. Let's go. Let's grow. A few days was autocorrected to dairy for some reason. Okay, I thought you meant that, but could have took out power and few days. I think you might have meant for a few days. All right. I think I understand at least partially, somewhere between partially to completely what you mean. Yeah. I don't know what yeah means. That you behaved or did not behave how I'd like you to last. Behaved how I'd like you to last time? Or you did not like I'd like you to last time? wrote, I will. Okay, that's good to know. I hope you do, because I want to have an awesome conversation with you, Brian. And we've got some awesome people here. We got Mr. Palermo here. Hopefully he's still here. Mike is here. We got DDP here. All right, we got some awesome people here. So veganism, there's so much to say to it. As a person was surrounded by physical culture most of my life, and who was a personal trainer for years, vegans tend to be like either fat or skinny fat. I say skinny fat because they're lacking muscle, okay? And they would like think that eating bowls of pasta was healthy because it wasn't meat. The problem with vegetarian and vegan diets is they're not getting the proper amount of protein. And now they'll say, oh, plant protein. Here's the thing about plant protein. I think there might be a couple or a few or limited amount of plant proteins that are considered complete proteins, but most plant proteins, I'll go with most, are incomplete. They don't have the full amino acid profile. And even though they do have amino acids in certain plants, and even if there are a few, I think there's at least a couple or a few, even though there are some, I'm gonna go with some plant proteins that are complete amino acid profiles, they are very low in 3 of the most important amino acids, branched chain amino acids known as leucine, isoleucine, and valine. And those specific amino acids are very important for maintaining muscle mass and gaining muscle mass. Now, muscle mass is very, very important. Having a good body mass index as far as how lean you are, like your muscle mass to fat ratio. Having muscle on you and being lean is scientifically proven to prevent heart disease and just many different things, prevent type 2 diabetes. And it's not having those branched chain amino acids signal to your body to repair or grow muscle or both. And also, if you are trying to balance amino acid profiles, it's a horrible diet because you have to be so like, I have to have the rice and the beans and these lentils and whatever, and blah, blah, blah. You got to do all this work to try to just get part of what's in a steak. Also, B vitamins. I don't even know if they exist in plants, but they definitely exist in animal proteins. And a lot of people who are vegans or vegetarians, they are deficient in B vitamins. Also, iron. There's 2 types of iron, heme iron and non-heme iron. Heme iron is the more bioavailable, superior form of iron, and that is found in red meat, okay? And so many other reasons, but red meats, if I were to pick one food, I don't know if I could pick one because it's tough, but if I'm going to throw out off the top of my head, the ultimate superfoods that are packed with the most nutrition and the things you need, including fat and saturated fat, which your body needs, and cholesterol, which your body needs to produce hormones such as testosterone, okay? Red meat, meat from ruminants, goat, sheep, beef. There are some examples. That's up there, maybe number 1 or one of the top. I'm going to count these as the top ones, plural, okay? Fish eggs, caviar, like salmon roe, sturgeon, okay? Amazing, high in omega-3s. Eggs, different types of eggs, chicken eggs, turkey eggs, duck eggs, okay? Complete amino acid profiles, amazing fat, amazing cholesterol, okay? And lots of vitamins. So it's a superior diet in general. That's why so many people who are vegans or vegetarians, they have issues with like fertility, just health in general. A lot of them end up fat because they're eating horribly. Slow metabolisms. They just can't perform and like function well in life. It's horrible. But I respect people's right to be stupid or choose to do a stupid thing and be a vegetarian or a vegan. Yes, LOL, power out a few days. All right, cool. I got you. And I think I thought before that's what you meant. Hi, I from China. Can see me. Welcome in from China. Bro, you from which country? I'm from Missouri in the United States. I answered the state too, but okay. From the United States. DDP wrote USA. Maybe you were answering for me there, DDP. Can't. From China. Can't see me. Bro, in your country, any work visa requirements. Maybe you meant to write recruitment or something. I think America has work visas. I'm not sure what's going on right now. Humans have teeth for eating an omnivorous diet. Yes. I love beef. Goes good with my vegetables. Awesome. Do you have a dog? No. Robert Palermo, that was very informative. Thank you. Well, thank you for the compliment, man. I really appreciate that. And you're welcome in response to your thank you. Thank you very much. And I know sometimes when I say the stuff about veganism and vegetarianism, some people get offended, their feelings get hurt. I hope they make a change and they stop eating that way because it's not healthy. It's not healthy. Now, if you compare vegans who have a strict diet in a sense of staying away from too many carbs, and carbs are not inherently bad. Okay, timing of carbs, people's individual, their context, their situations, what their goals are, like building muscle mass. Carbs might be great. Okay, but like vegans who don't have too many carbs for their situation, their diet, okay, for their bodies individually, and who eat a variety of different foods. Stay away from fast food, stay away from unprocessed foods. They will many times, even though I would say, in my opinion, I think the majority of vegans and vegetarians I've met are overall unhealthy as far as how they look. And yeah. And so there are people that might, those vegans and vegetarians who do those things, aforementioned things, they might be healthier than a person who eats meat, but eats fast food and just garbage, low quality processed food. So eats a lot of those things, too many sweets and things. Yeah. Robert Palermo, would you recommend staying away from red meat due to its higher cholesterol? Absolutely not. Cholesterol there's so much science and irrefutable science that the studies show that having high amounts of dietary cholesterol from like animal-based proteins and fats, for example, actually lowers risk of heart disease. Cholesterol is needed to make hormones, and especially for speaking of testosterone, for example, obviously for men, we need that. Testosterone is very, very important for maintaining a healthy muscle to fat ratio. Okay, it's also very important for your psychological well-being. You can have a bad attitude and be in a bad mood and have psychological issues if you don't have healthy levels of testosterone. Your body needs that stuff. Cholesterol, that most of the cholesterol that's bad when people have problems with cholesterol, that's from having seed oils and like vegetable oils that are garbage, and it's your body's like stress response. So it raises certain levels and everything else. But cholesterol is found in I believe it's the phospholipid, but the lipid kind of membranes that surround every cell in the body is cholesterol and fat, okay? Your brain, a lot of your brain is made of cholesterol and fat. You need it. It's very important. Speaking of cholesterol, earlier I had mentioned about vitamin D. You need cholesterol for your body to go through the process to produce vitamin D from sun exposure. Meat is good for us. Meat is very good for people. It's one of the best things you could put in your body. I need to make a trip over to Missouri. My boy just got a house. Hey, DDP, if you make it over here, hit me up. Maybe we can link up, do lunch, get coffee or something. That'd be awesome. Be really nice. Breakfast or lunch, on me. There's my offer. I hope you take me up on it. When you wrote your boy, you mean like my boy, like my friend, or your boy as in your son? Inuit had lowest cholesterol on planet and live mostly on protein. once they were given grains, they got many health issues. Yeah. And there's also genetic factors too, which is its own thing. That's why a lot of this stuff is highly contextual. But in general, animal-based proteins and fats, everyone should be eating animal proteins and fats. Sun. Okay. All right. All right. Congratulations to him, DDP. Oh, that was nice of you to write that, Mike. I'm just going back in the chat. I'm trying to checking to see if I missed anything. Looks like I'm doing all right, keeping up with the chat. All right, all right. What time is it? It is 12:31 a.m. here in Missouri. All right. Thank you to everybody who is here. Thank you so much. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. All right. So any topics you folks would like to bring up? Bring up a topic and I will say yes or no. Maybe I'll say maybe. Maybe I'll think about it more. But bring up something you'd like to chat about. I'll throw some ideas out there. Personal finances. Prepping as in emergency preparedness. Gardening. Raising livestock. Self-sufficiency in general. Physical, let's say fitness, okay? As far as like resistance training, weight training, body metrics. Body weight training. I don't know why I said metric. I think I was maybe mixing up plyometrics and body weight training, stretching. We could discuss martial arts as its own category, or that could be mentioned as a subcategory or subtopic or whatever it would be called for fitness. Self-defense, throwing some topics out there. Topic ideas. I had something sad. What do you mean you had something sad? What's your thoughts on the possibility of the grid going down? That would be horrible. I vaguely remember hearing, reading, whatever, a thing or things recently about that was being mentioned. There's a conspiracy about like, I think it's maybe Mountain Dew, when they come out with certain flavors, it's like the powers that be are doing that like karmic, the thing that they like tell you what they're gonna do because they think it releases them karmically from responsibility or something. I don't want to get too into that, but apparently there was a flavor or is a flavor called Midnight, and people relate it to like blackouts in the past, or that or the blackout or blackouts will be coming or something. What's going on? Fill me in as far as, is that like something people are talking about, like it's something that's mentioned happening or something? I personally don't like meat from the store anymore. It doesn't taste like it used to. You know, that's very possible. I mean, well, that's your opinion. So it's if it doesn't taste like it used to you, then then it doesn't taste like it used to you. But I think that might be possible for a lot, maybe most or all of the meat. I would not say all. I'd say maybe most of the meat, because there's still some local. In some places you can get like locally sourced beef and stuff, and I'm assuming they're using the same practices as they have for years. But I assume that's very possible that that's happened with a lot of meat, because a lot of food quality has gone down over the years, and they're doing a lot of these food producing companies and food processing companies. They're doing horrible, a straight up evil thing. I'm not saying evil because they're aware of it, okay? Like dyeing meat, adding chemicals and things to foods, to preservatives and things to make them last longer, and they're scientifically proven to have horrible effects on people. DDP, that's why you got to find a local farm and get beef from them. A screenshot as a reminder for me to go through my Facebook messages and try to order a quarter or a third or a half or whatever of a cow from whoever. I have to go through, and I'm trying to look for grass-fed, grass-finished, organic beef. A lot of people don't raise them that way. Is that my pug that I had is not here? Oh, I had something sad. Maybe you meant something sad happened to you or something. Is that my pug that I had is not here now and I miss her. Did your pug die, or is your pug just like not with you? Sorry to hear that you miss her and you're sad. We've had solar flares happen often in history. We just had no technology to notice. Last big one was like 1800s. Took out all the power lines, but wasn't many yet using. I don't buy meat from the store anymore. We buy from local farmers. That's great. We buy from stores. I bought from a person. I don't know if they're a farmer or not, but a person who raised, and maybe still do, their own cows. And I believe it was grass fed, grass finished, and I think organic. Knowing me, I would have asked them if they sprayed their vegetation with anything, and I assume they said no, or else I would have stayed away from it. But that's been used up for maybe a year or years. That's been already finished that up a year or more ago or longer ago. I really want to stockpile beef. Let me mention something to you folks. I put a Facebook post up about this recently. My wife and I are connected to a person who works in the meat industry. Okay, I'm not going to say who they are. I'm not going to say the company out of respect for their privacy. Okay. They sent me an email because we did a little, you can say, business with them. They sent me an email, and it's a type of email that I think would be alarming to at least some people. And they said that there is a scarcity of beef and they expect prices to go up. And they encouraged me, and I'm not sure if they're a prepper, self-proclaimed prepper, or prepper-minded or not. They encouraged me, before I even mentioned anything about stockpiling anything, that if my family, or if my family and I eats beef, that we should stockpile or consider stockpiling. So take that how you want. Okay, I'm not going to say who the person is. I'm not going to say the company out of respect, but they sent me an email that was concerning. I'll leave it at that. So we are due. Oh, maybe you mean due for a solar flare. Industrial farmed animals are subject to horrible conditions. I would say that's true most of the time, or always, for as far as industrial farmed animals. The stress and freely experience cause their bodies to release hormones that negatively affect the taste of their meat. Yes, like adrenaline, maybe another hormone or hormones too, but I know adrenaline is one of them that can negatively affect the meat as far as the taste. And I think it might also make the meat tougher. I did a live stream on the grid and turnover on Transformers. I don't know what you mean by turnover on Transformers. I am not going to be able to see her. I am in a home that I cannot have a dog. That why. Oh, sorry to hear that. Well, who's keeping your dog for you? You can go visit your dog maybe. Maybe you could visit your dog. Shawnee Grows, what's up? Welcome in. Hey, I can't stay just saying hey. Might have been struggling to get that out there. Well, thank you for saying hey, Shawnee. Thank you. I am happy you stopped by. Hey, folks, I mentioned that we had I had some awesome people in the live stream earlier. We have another awesome person here, Shawnee. She's a great channel. After this live stream, please don't leave this live stream. Stop by her channel, connect, show some support. She's a really, really nice person. She has been very supportive of my wife and I as far as our YouTube channel, and she's really, really good people. All right, so stop by, watch a video, preferably a full video, like, and comment. Say, hey, I'm here because Triple H sent me. I Longview. Maybe you meant in Longview. I don't know what that means. High strength turnover, as in how long it takes to get a new transformer. Hamburger is $5.49 per pound here in the store. It's one reason I get half a beef each year. Yeah, it's $5 give or take. I typically $5 or more. Do you enjoy sweets/desserts? Absolutely. It's one of the things I'm trying to. I will be probably this coming week trying to cut down on. But yeah, I do. All right, let me look. All right, I was thinking, let me look and see the moderators. I've got Mike, DDP, and Mike and DDP are here, or probably still here. And Shawnee might be here. I'm going to step away for maybe just like 2 minutes or so. I'll be right back. Be right back. Not a long time. Mike and DDP, do me a favor, please. Keep an eye on the chat. Mike and DDP, please stay active in the chat. Everyone else, please stay active in the chat. Please behave. Okay, nothing bad. Please, as in, please don't write anything bad. Please be respectful. Okay. I'm still here. LOL. Okay, all right, cool. I'll be right back, folks. Please don't leave. Just hang out. Hang out. I'll be right back. That's great you're busy with orders. So I'm going to say something, and I hope you don't take it as a negative thing or a mean thing or a bad thing, but I'm going to be me and just say it respectfully. And this is very much if you can. If you can handle the headaches, is it possible, and do you think it would be worth it to go to work and tough it out, if you can, to win the case? Thank you, Mike. Yes, DDP, I am back. That's awesome. You are busy with orders now. That is great. Would you rather do the woodworking or go back to your job, or do you want to do both? If you could do both. Just something to think about. That was a lot longer than 2 minutes. Yes, it was. Thank you for staying, everybody who stayed. I was watching the chat on Diane's phone. That's my mom. But you folks did a great job keeping the conversation going, and I was active in the chat with on my mom's account, with my mom's account. It's too late now, but no, I can't even if I could because of the sensitive where they cut me. I can't wear hats, let alone a hard hat. Oh, okay. Oh man. So are you upset about it, or are you taking it as a good thing that they let you go? Because now you can pursue the woodworking? Sometimes things that are horrible or seem like they're horrible are actually blessings from God. God wants the best for you, and maybe this is his plan for you to not work there and pursue the woodworking. DDP wrote, when one door closes, another door opens, and God has a different plan for me. Yes. Hey, great attitude. And sometimes it's like that. It's not always. One door, sometimes the door closes. I mean, well, other doors do open, but sometimes the door closes and it's horrible that the door closes. But sometimes it works out better, man. And I hope it does. Mike wrote, true. Maybe that was about what DDP wrote or what I said, or maybe both. You didn't. It's only September. It's okay. Oh, I had to turn heat on. Oh, I had the heat on in our vehicle today. I think it might have been my first time. I would have been all right without it, but it was nice to have on, I think. And yeah, it's getting chilly at night, and even in the day, it was like a little chilly. I find that for me, for just this is what I feel, what I think. Like going from the winter to spring, 60 something degree days feel like warm and so great. Going from summer to fall and it gets into like the low 60s, it's like feels cold. Kind of cold. Well, next week supposedly 80. I hope it gets warmer here in Missouri. I really want to have nice warm weather outside to hopefully it'd be great for our plants. And also I'd want it to be warm. I like warm days. I even like hot days a lot of the time. There's a certain point, like 95 plus, where it can be uncomfortable if I'm out there too long, and especially if I'm being like doing physical labor or whatever, then that's not fun. But I like the 90s. I'm a big fan of that. I love the cold weather. Ooh, not me. Not me. I like the season changes, and I like when it's a little chilly or a little cold. I like when it's really, really cold outside and lighting a fire outside, like a campfire. That's really nice. I enjoy that. And love when it's cold outside, getting our wood stove going in the house. It's amazing. I love that. It's crazy because 50 going from winter to spring is different than 50 going from fall to winter. Or is it just me? That's kind of like that's kind of like what I was just saying. Just give me the 70 days and 60 nights. I take the 70 nights. Big difference. Maybe you mean big difference as in like the change of the seasons, how it feels. It's just for me, again, it's like I don't know what it is. My body maybe just gets used to it or something. Maybe it's just mental. Maybe it's my body and it's mental. I don't know. But spring in the 60s, like, oh, this is such a nice warm day. Going from 90s and 80s and stuff down to low 60s, I'm like, this is chilly. It's science. What do you mean? Like, do our bodies get used to it or something? Diane staying active in the chat. Would you be willing to go the extra mile at some point and live off the grid? Absolutely. We're actually trying to do that. We are working on buying, not like right now, but we're saving for it and planning. We will be planning rather to buy an off-grid property and build have our dream home built there. Blood gets thicker and thinner to regulate heat. I have to look into that. Living off the grid would be ideal for us. But with a nice setup. I don't want to like rough it too much. I want to have a great water catchment system, lots of great solar, so we don't have to like choose to go without. I want to have hot showers and stuff like that. Apexy Gaming wrote Apexy Gaming, and then Apexy Gaming. I'm counting that as spam, but I'm going to let it go for a moment. I'll take the comments. It might help the live stream as far as the algorithm might push the live stream out for more people to see, so go for it. Shawnee Grows, Diane Perosi, good to see you. Hello, brother. Hello. So no more electricity or internet access. You can have electricity with solar, Mr. Palermo. I think you know that. And you could have internet access also. We'd probably have like a Wi-Fi set up in a separate building on the property, small cabin or something. Plant dill and or basil by our tomatoes next year. They help keep hornworms away. Boom, screenshot that. Thank you. I will look into that. Where are you from? Missouri in the United States. Where are you from, Apexy Gaming? Welcome in. Indian. Oh, okay. All right. But only during the day though. What would you do at night? Many people have solar, and solar is usually connected or always connected to batteries. So you don't have to go without the electricity at night. We would also use lanterns, candles, whatever. And we would only really want, I'm saying, maybe it's filler words, but we would only really want the light at night because we'd be using, just have the windows open or whatever, blinds up or whatever, curtains open or whatever. Let the sunlight in. Till your soil at the season's end to destroy overwintering larvae, and consider using physical barriers like row covers. What do you mean by row covers? Please explain. We have solar power now where we are. And one of the times we lost power, we were able to have light in certain area or areas of our home because the batteries had power. Place light, thin row covers over plants in late spring before the moths appear to physically prevent them from laying eggs. What type of row cover are you talking about? Row covers, the hoops. Like the hoop houses? Like, oh, okay, you micro hoop house, I think, right after I said it or while I was saying it. Okay. Yeah, we don't have hoop houses, and I would not buy or build them just for that. I'd rather just be more vigilant and rip the hornworms off. That's a big investment and slash or a lot of work just for that. We also have like two are not finished, but three large hugelkultur raised beds are subjectively large, and that would be a lot to cover. We don't do we do in our food forest. As I said, we don't do any in-ground growing, but we do in our food forest. We have in-ground growing, but we don't do like market gardens type of row garden or anything like that. What if your children choose to live differently than you when they're old enough to move out on their own? Would you be disappointed? I mean, maybe. But depends on how they would want to live. I mean, if I think it's a bad way of living, then sure, I'd be disappointed like any parent. I would support only good behavior and good choices. Common sense. And thing about our children is we can see it in our 7-year-old is they love us and trust us and know how much we love them and care for them, that they follow us and they believe what we say, and they already are very well. I was thinking of our 7-year-old, but I was maybe just saying they because I was thinking of both of them. Whatever I was doing, he's already very, very like-minded. He tries to be self-sufficient. He believes in making his own things, growing his own food, and he likes to build. And he's got his head on right. What is your age? 41. What is your age? I don't care, but I'll just ask, maybe make conversation. Hoop covers aren't that hard or expensive to build. PVC pipe and netting. Oh, with netting instead of plastic. We actually have some poly, whatever it's called, some plastic. We can get it. We have some. My wife got it, and we have access to more, so maybe we'll use that to make hoop houses. I got to run. It was fun hanging out with y'all. Hey, thanks for being here, Mike. You take care, and thank you for the support. You're awesome. All right, just making sure I didn't miss anything. Mr. Palermo, you'd mentioned you're a loner, I believe, and with whatever words you used. Do you have a child or children? Meaning they decided to live in the big city and or become atheists. In other words, sharp contrast to your lifestyle values. They wouldn't do either. I'm confident of that. Absolutely confident. The Bible even talks about that. Raise the child up in the way that they should, and they won't. When they are older, they will not depart from it. And there's statistics to support that as far as raising children in the church and things like that. They wouldn't because they trust us, and our 7-year-old is already a believer on his own with his own brain, his own heart for loving the Lord, and they wouldn't do that. I'm absolutely confident of that. And also, they're both super, super smart, so they would not be an atheist. I was an atheist for well over a decade, and you have to be an idiot to believe that if you do enough research. As far as moving to a big city, they wouldn't do that either because probably many reasons. If they ever wanted to move to a city and do that stupid thing, then they could do that. But they wouldn't do that. for many reasons. Are you dissing my buddy atheism? I'm just gonna remove. Atheism is a belief system or lack thereof. It's not a buddy. I don't think being an atheist makes you dumb. Well, let me choose different words. It doesn't make you dumb. I was not dumb when I was an atheist, but it makes you limited. And the smartest, actually, this man with the highest IQ in the world is a Christian. That's just an example of one person. But if you get into it, then even if you follow the laws of science, it's irrefutable that there's a divine creator, for example. But it does make you dumb because if in the long run, if you continue to believe something with so much proof of God, that's dumb to be an atheist. I was just gonna do that. Thank you, DDP, for having my back. We built a solid foundation for our children, 5 girls, 1 boy, and all grew up to be amazing. Good for you. You are very blessed. So do you have a child or children, Mr. Palermo? I was joking. I just don't feel like there's any evidence that God is real. Also, IQ is an inaccurate measurement of intelligence. It's one measurement of intelligence. I was speaking like in general. And that's fine. Do more studying and you'll find out that God is real. I'm not going to get into how and why it's incorrect to be an atheist, but it is. And I was an atheist for well over a decade. I know many, probably most of the arguments on that side of the fence. And yeah, you get into quantum physics and quantum mechanics and you'll absolutely believe in God. I never heard of scientific proof for God. The existence of God can be neither proven or disproven scientifically. You're absolutely incorrect, but I'm not going to get into this, Mr. Palermo. And I feel like you're baiting me. I've already told you I'm not going to get into certain discussions, and you just seem to not respect that. Could you answer my question, please, about do you have a child or children? Oh, there you go. You just said, no, I don't have children. That's sad. You can still have a positive effect on people, though, if you have any like nieces or nephews, or if you have any good friends that have a child or children, you could still be there for them and help them in life and teach them things and stuff like that. And IQ is an inaccurate measurement of intelligence because there's different tests out there. So it's not like one objective test. It is a general marker of certain types of intelligence. There's convergent intelligence, divergent intelligence, creative intelligence, social intelligence. There's different types. So having an IQ a high IQ by itself doesn't necessarily make a person intelligent. And also, knowledgeable is different than intelligent. So a person can be very knowledgeable but not be intelligent. A person can be intelligent and not very knowledgeable. Not at all. I don't like children, nor do I want the responsibility of taking care of or raising them. Ooh, that's sad and weird that you don't like children. And I think that's very selfish to only want to take care of yourself and take care of yourself in life, arguably by definition. There's a lot of beauty in being selfless. That's why getting married can be a huge blessing. It is a blessing, but it's what people do with it. Because you become selfless, and then in that selflessness, caring for someone else, being responsible for someone else, you become a better person, and it's rewarding too. Same thing for having a child or children. People that do not have a child or children have no vested interest in the future. They can't possibly care about the future as much as people who have children, because people who have children typically love their children and want the best for them. They want to create a better world for their children. And it's very sad when people choose not to have a child or children because they might think that it's great and this and that, whatever. But I am absolutely confident that it's what's unnatural too. People are meant to have children. It's just like, even if you're a man of science and only science, which does not mean you're not a man of God. I assume you probably are an atheist, or you might be an atheist. Um, Science and God are not mutually exclusive. Um, um, yeah. Um, it's like, what was I saying? I started reading part of your comment. Um, Either way, whatever. But if you don't have children, then you can't really have a vested interest in the future, not to the level that people that have children do. I'm not trying to bait you. If you consider an attempt at rational discourse to be hostile, well, then I don't know what to tell you. I'm not an atheist. That might be surprising. Well, I assume you might not be a Christian. Be fruitful and multiply. The Bible says so. Um, well, yeah, rational discourse is not hostile. But you know what is? Baiting and annoying. Bringing up subjects that I do not want to get into when we had a whole thing about it last time and you got into it again. So that's on you. Just like if you had a channel, I would respect you by being respectful of your live streams. I would get the hint or the if you made something abundantly clear like I have, and I would just stay away from certain topics. And you did not respect that. So that's why maybe baiting is the incorrect word. So, yeah, like I've stated in the past, folks, I'm not going to get into deep theological discussions on live streams. It's usually, or most of the time, it's a fruitless thing, and I'm not going to debate in a live stream, or at least about certain subjects. I mean, that's not the purpose of the live stream. You're the one who mentioned atheism is stupid. I merely responded that I disagree. Okay. Then you got into, I've neither heard scientific proof, whatever. You got into some other stuff too. You just said one thing, and then I responded to what you wrote. And instead of letting it go, you wrote, I don't think being atheist makes you dumb. I responded to that before and or during your I've never heard of scientific proof for God and whatever else. And that's fine. You could disagree. It is ultimately stupid in the sense of if somebody continues down that road, that it is stupid because they would be denying scientific proof of God, which exists. And again, I'm not going to get into all of that right now. But it does not inherently make a person stupid to be an atheist. I was not stupid when I was an atheist. I was misguided and I did not have enough knowledge. And also, I didn't experience certain things and have the Holy Spirit work in my heart at that time. Then we can agree to disagree. I'm not even really sure what that means. I just disagree with you about whatever thing or things I mentioned. I disagree with you. Love this time of year because college football. Look, squirrel. Yeah, I don't follow sports. I don't have time for that stuff. Too busy building a legacy for my family to watch sports and watch other men do stuff. I'd rather just be a man and do stuff myself. But to each their own. Sometimes mindless entertainment is good. As long as it's not bad, it can be good. To disconnect at times. 94 minutes. All right, I'm going to wrap this up, folks. Thank you all for being here. Be safe, be well, and thank you all for the support. Thank you for everyone who stayed active in the chat. Thank you for every like, and if anybody shared this, thank you for that as well. Nobody mentioned that, so I don't know if anybody did. I don't. Maybe you did, but then I don't want to say I don't think anybody did because I don't. On the topic of children, I think having an awareness of what you want and don't want is good. It is good, but you're aware that you want to be selfish, essentially, or like just exactly that. It's like I could be aware that I want to party and live my life like an idiot. That's aware. It's great to be self-aware, but it's aware of living a bad way. Stay safe, stay vigilant, and stay prepped. Take care, everybody. And again, if anybody shared this, thank you for that. I don't want to assume that people did not share it because it was not mentioned, because maybe a person or people did share it but didn't mention it. And thank you for all the support. Be well. DDP, good seeing you. Take care, everybody, and everyone else. Be well. Hopefully I didn't miss too much. It's not selfish, it's knowing that I wouldn't be a good parent. You might be a great parent, and you grow as a person as you're a parent. So as long as you've got the basics of love and protection and safety covered, you become a better person by being selfless. Maybe you'd be a great parent. Take care, everybody.